Hi everybody. We've come to the end of regular updates of films you should be watching. The idea of films you should be watching was not just to point out good movies, it was to point out great movies, and in particular, great movies that you probably never heard of. Now the problem with that is there is not an infinite supply of them. I could list off decent movies all day long. There's tons of them. But I was looking for these hidden gems, these ones that you should go and watch right now, as opposed to ones you'll probably enjoy some point. That's not to say that films you should be watching will never show up again. I will keep my eye out. I will hunt for more gems, and when I come up with a couple, you'll see another episode. It'll be sporadic, because if I try to force it to a schedule, you're going to get lesser quality movies, and I don't want you to have lesser quality movies just so I can have some kind of update schedule. However, in going out, I will address 3 movies today that are sort of no duh. These are great movies that you should have heard of, that you have probably seen, but just in case, for the couple of you out there that haven't seen them, these movies are for you. Originally, when I came up with this series, I wasn't going to address these movies at all, but we're at the end of the line, so let's talk about them. First movie I'd like to discuss with you is Blues Brothers. Man, is this a great, great movie. There are so many moments from this that are just, they stand out and they withstand the test of time. Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi are amazing. Just some of the things that they say, some of the acting is phenomenal. The musical numbers are great. It is a celebration and a tribute to blues music. And I'm not much of a music guy myself, but I can appreciate the music in this. And then there's some great action scenes. The driving sequences are just hilarious. The music sticks in your head. It really is a great, great film. And if you haven't seen it, you should. Now, I will warn you, there is no reason to see the sequel. Blues Brothers 2000, it tries to recapture the magic of the original, and it fails on pretty much every level. I will give it this. The musical numbers in the second one, I think, are a bit better than the ones in the first one. But that's it. And me not being the music guy, I want more from my movie than good music. I want it to be a good movie. I want it to be a good story with interesting characters, and that's what you get with the first one. It is funny, weird. The Blues Brothers seem to inhabit a magical world that just happens to look and act exactly like ours, except they can get away with some of those wacky things. Go and see Blues Brothers. Trust me, it's a classic for a reason. The next movie I'd like to discuss with you is The Princess Bride. Now, I feared that The Princess Bride would fall prey to the Goonies scenario. God, there are so many of you out there who just do nothing but preach the greatness of the Goonies, and here's the problem with the Goonies. If you didn't see that movie by the time you were 12, it doesn't leave an impact on you. I saw it for the first time as an adult. It was okay, but I didn't get the fuss. There's something in that movie that resonates with childhood. And if you see it as a child, that movie will forever be glorious to you. And I worried that the same was true of Princess Bride. I actually began interviewing random people to try and find out if that was the case. And I am assured that it's not. Princess Bride stands the test of time on its own merits. And I was relieved, because Princess Bride is one of my favorite films. It is hilarious and well shot. The plot is cliche. It is an entire cliche, and it owns that. And it says, yes, it's cliche. Now let us have fun. And it has a lot of fun with the story. You don't really become emotionally invested in it, but there are a few moments that stand out. I've seen it in a crowd full of people. And for those of you who've seen the movie, this will make sense. For those of you who haven't, hopefully it'll make sense when you do. There is a scene where a character named Inigo Montoya confronts his father's murderer. And when he does it, for the last time, when he strikes that blow for his father, the audience erupts in cheering, and it's really this great feeling moment. Because The Princess Bride gets under your skin like that. I mean, it seems lighthearted and fun, and secretly, you're becoming emotionally invested in the characters. It is wonderful. It is, and I hate using this word because it's one that us film people use a lot and shouldn't, but it borders on the sublime. Go and see The Princess Bride. Lastly, let's talk about a foreign film. Let's talk about Life is Beautiful. Life is Beautiful made huge waves when it came out. I think everybody has at least heard of this film. Yes, it's a foreign film. Yes, it's a World War II film, but it's from such a great perspective. It's the story of a Jewish man whose family gets taken to a concentration camp, and he tries to protect his son from the horrors of it. I mean, that's mostly what the movie is about, is him trying to trick his son into not realizing this horrible situation that they're in, making it seem like a game or a plan. It is tragic. And even the title works as kind of a dichotomy, because the father seems so full of life and joy, and he seems to be teaching his son that life is beautiful, but us, the audience, who know the full story, who really understand what's going on, we see the inherent sadness of the situation. And still, the father's bright spirit trying to keep things going. It's moving. It is sad. It is depressing as all get out. And it is beautifully made. And it probably should have been on the list of foreign film premiere movies. It should be one of those foreign films that you go watch even if you don't like foreign films. So, for our final regular episode of Films You Should Be Watching, there's your three movies. The Princess Bride, The Blues Brothers, Life is Beautiful. If you haven't already seen these movies, you are doing yourself a vast disservice. And if you want to watch Princess Bride or Blues Brothers, come on by. I'm willing to watch them anytime. Life is Beautiful, schedule that one ahead of time. It's depressing. And I don't know about just watching it at the drop of a hat. But there's your movies, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Let's talk about Life is Beautiful. God almighty. I don't know what this itch is here, but...